Hey boys, so 3 weeks out, 3 weeks out from state. You guys have been training for this not only since June, but for some of you for the last 4 years, some of you longer. We're almost there. I want to start by saying, first of all, that I'm really proud to be able to have the opportunity to coach you guys. You're the most fun group of varsity guys that I've had since I've been here at West Forsyth. Um, you try hard, you care about each other, you want to succeed at this sport, you've done the work necessary to get where you're at, and that's all you can ask for as a coach. So I'm really proud to be where we're at. In terms of what's going forward over the next 3 weeks, we are so close. I mean, so close. My estimation is we need to find about 1% improvement over the next 3 weeks to be where you guys want to get to, and to reach your full potential. How 1% translates in terms of time, because you guys are all about time. I only care about place, but this helps you understand. It's about 10 seconds. We need about 10 seconds improvement on average per man. And what that translates to in the state meet is as many as 10 or 15, or depending upon where you're in the field, sometimes as many as 20 places. And what that does to our point score is you can barely even quantify it. It's the difference between championship level running and tried my best and wish things had turned out differently. So, how do we get 1% improvement? Let me tell you, first of all, it's not going to happen by doing things the way that we've been doing them. It's just not going to happen. 3 weeks from now, if we uh, approach these last 3 weeks exactly the way we've been approaching them, we're going to be exactly where we are right now, and you're not going to reach your full potential. We have to try to do things differently. You have to try to do things differently. I can't do anything. I'm not running. I'm not racing. So, how do we get 1% improvement? How do we get that 10 seconds that you guys are all looking for? My first piece of advice would be you absolutely 100% have to find a way to sleep more. My recommendation is that all 7 of you guys hold each other accountable for going to bed, turning off the lights, putting your phone down, putting away video games, putting away your schoolwork, having the lights off, and being under the covers at 9 o'clock every night. 3 weeks in bed at 9 o'clock, no exceptions. How do you do that? I know you're busy. I know you've got really highly difficult academic coursework and all this other sort of stuff. Let me tell you, if you want the 1% improvement, if you really want it, you'll find a way. A great way is, what are you doing today? It's Sunday. You have you have 12 hours worth of awake time that you could be getting ahead of your coursework. You could study a little bit harder. You could do a few more things that's going to let you get into bed earlier. And if you're not going to bed early on the weekends, like tonight, on Sunday night, if you're in bed at midnight, you just don't really want it. You can lie to yourself, you can lie to your teammates, um, you can pretend like you want to be champions, but if you're still messing around doing other stuff at midnight on Sunday, you really don't want it. You just say that you want it. So, number one, if you want 1% improvement, go to bed at 9 o'clock, find a way to make it happen for 3 weeks. You can do it. You just have to prioritize. You have to sacrifice. You have to give up something else that you are doing to be able to prioritize sleep. It can that singularly can make the 1% difference. Number two, what can you do to get 1% better? You can eat better. You all think that you eat good. You don't. You can all eat better. The 1% thing that I think that you can do over the next 3 weeks is you can prioritize a diet that is full of iron rich products. The easiest thing to eat is red meat. Some of you don't like to eat it. Some of you, it may not even be part of your regular diet. I wouldn't suggest you start eating steak every day if you haven't had a piece of red meat in your mouth for the last year. That's a terrible idea. But look on the internet. You are smart. You can do research on the kinds of foods that are high in iron count. And when you eat those foods, you need to have vitamin C with them. So, in concert with these things you're going to choose to eat that have more iron in them, you should eat an orange, you should eat a handful of strawberries, you should drink a glass of orange juice. Vitamin C is the thing that matches up with iron that allows your body to use it, which creates more red blood cells, which carry more oxygen. And if you have just 1% more of those in your body, your performance can improve 1%. I promise you. I've been doing this for a really long time. So go to bed at 9 o'clock. Eat foods that are rich in iron and pair it up with vitamin C. It's just 3 weeks. When you make choices, instead of going to Chick-fil-A and having a chicken sandwich, just because that's what you like and it's fun and I like Chick-fil-A, eat a hamburger, eat red meat for the next 3 weeks, even if it's not your first favorite. What is your first favorite? Is getting that 1% better and achieving your goal in 3 weeks over there at Carrollton, is that more important to you? Or is going to Chick-fil-A because I like Chick-fil-A more important? You have to make a sacrifice. You have to make a choice to get better. The third thing that I would say that you have to do, that will help you get that 1%, is that for those of you who are still struggling with mental barriers in races, where when it gets tough in the middle, it gets tough at the end, you're having a hard time conjuring up positive thoughts and emotions that are going to help you get that 10 seconds better. We're not talking about a minute here. We're talking about 10 seconds. Actually try positive self-talk. To you as a 16 or 17-year-old boy, you think it sounds stupid to say to yourself over and over in your head, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this, while you're racing. When it starts to get hard, when your brain starts to give you those signals, your response should be to say to your brain back, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. Not because that sounds like some goofy self-help thing, but because it's been proven in multiple experiments in laboratories that it works. And I can tell you personally, me, your coach, who would never lie to you, that when I'm in the gym and I'm working really hard and I'm starting to suffer and I feel sorry for myself, I actually do this. And I can tell you with 100% certainty that my perception of pain, that my perception of suffering goes down, and my performance either stays the same, doesn't fall off, or gets better simply by willing to try this. So if you're struggling, next time you're in a workout over the next 3 weeks and it gets hard, you need to try this. And if you try it the first time on the first rep and it doesn't seem to make an immediate difference, that doesn't mean the strategy doesn't work. You have to continue to try to do this over and over again because it actually works. You can't just say, God, coach, I kind of, I lost focus in the middle of the race, or it got hard a little bit and I found it hard to push. And next time I'm just going to try harder and it'll get better. Just trying harder is not going to fix this, folks. You need a different strategy. You need to actually try to do things that are going to make it better. So here we are, 3 weeks out, looking for 1% improvement for all 7 of you guys. You can do this. It's 1%. It's 10 seconds. But you're not going to do it by wanting it more, wishing it more, trying harder. Those things are not going to get the improvement that we're looking for. I've given you 3 strategies that if you will implement these to a man, all 7 of you, dedicate yourself to the next 3 weeks to going to bed at 9 o'clock, improving your diet, and using positive self-talk in the middle of difficult runs, workouts, and races, you'll get where you want to get. And then we're all gonna have a really big celebration in 3 weeks. All right, that's all I got. Love you guys. Bye.